Time to check in. Meet John. He just turned 65 and feels great. Takes his morning walks, stays active, hasn't needed a doctor in years. So when his physician starts talking about a whole list of tests, John's thinking, wait a minute, why now? I feel fine. Here's the thing, folks. Your body changes after 65, whether you feel it or not, and that's completely normal. Why your doctor wants those tests? Look, aging isn't a disease, but it does change the game. After 65, certain health problems become more common. Things like colon cancer, heart disease, bone problems, and memory issues. The tricky part? Most of these don't give you warning signs early on. That's where screenings come in. Think of them as your early warning system. They help catch problems before they become big problems. And here's some good news. Medicare covers most of these tests. What you actually need to get checked. Let me break this down for you, test by test. Colon cancer screening. This one's a big deal because colon cancer often doesn't cause symptoms until it's advanced. A colonoscopy can find and remove polyps before they turn into cancer. You'll need this every 10 years, or more often if you have a family history. Yes, the prep isn't fun, but it could save your life. Mammograms for the ladies. Breast cancer doesn't stop at 65. Women should keep getting mammograms every 1 to 2 years until age 74, unless your doctor says otherwise. Medicare covers this completely. Bone density test, especially important for women after menopause. A DEXA scan checks if your bones are getting weak. It's quick, painless, and can prevent a broken hip down the road. Trust me, you don't want to deal with that. Blood pressure checks. They call high blood pressure the silent killer for a reason. You can't feel it, but it's doing damage. Get this checked every year. It's simple, and catching it early can prevent strokes and heart attacks. Cholesterol and blood sugar. These numbers tell you a lot about your future health. High cholesterol and diabetes raise your risk of heart problems and strokes. A simple blood test every 3 to 5 years keeps you informed. Plus, if the numbers are off, you can do something about it with diet, exercise, or medication. Eye and ear exams. Your vision and hearing change as you age. It's normal. But catching problems early means you can get glasses, hearing aids, or treatment before these issues affect your daily life or safety. Get checked once a year. Skin checks. All those years in the sun add up. Have a dermatologist look at your skin once a year for new spots or changing moles. Skin cancer is very treatable when caught early. For the men, prostate screening. The PSA blood test for prostate cancer isn't right for everyone. Some prostate cancers grow so slowly, they'll never cause problems, while others are more aggressive. Talk to your doctor about whether this test makes sense for you. Lung cancer screening. If you're a current or former heavy smoker, that means a pack a day for 20 years or 2 packs a day for 10 years. You might benefit from a low-dose CT scan. This is usually recommended for people 50 to 80 with a significant smoking history. Remember, these aren't just tests. They're your ticket to staying healthy and independent longer. What changes as you get older? Here's something important to understand. Some screenings become less important as you age, while others become more critical. For example, cervical cancer screening often stops after 65 if you've had normal results. Mammograms typically stop around 74. The key is working with your doctor to figure out what makes sense for your situation based on your health, your family history, and what matters most to you. Don't panic if something shows up. Let me tell you something that might ease your mind. Finding something on a screening test doesn't automatically mean you have cancer or a serious disease. Sometimes there's a shadow on an X-ray that turns out to be nothing. Sometimes your cholesterol is a little high and just needs some attention. Screening tests start conversations. They don't give final answers. If something needs a closer look, your doctor will walk you through the next steps. Finding the right balance. I've seen people go 2 different directions and both can cause problems. Some folks avoid all testing because they're scared of what they might find. Others get so anxious they want every test available. Here's the truth. Too few tests mean problems can hide and grow. Too many tests can lead to unnecessary worry, false alarms, and treatments you don't actually need. The sweet spot is getting the right tests at the right time for your situation. Making it personal. No two people age exactly the same way. Your screening plan should fit your life, your health history, and your goals. When you talk to your doctor, ask these 3 questions. What should I be screened for and why? How often do I need these tests? What does Medicare cover? That's how you make prevention work for you, not against you. The bottom line. Look, screening tests won't make you live forever, and they're not perfect. But here's what they can do. They give you more time to catch problems early, more time to make good decisions about your health, and more time to enjoy your retirement years the way you want to. So if you're over 65 and it's been a while since you've had a good checkup, here's my advice. Pick up the phone and call your doctor. Ask what you should be getting checked and when. Your future self will thank you for it. If this video was helpful and interesting for you, make sure to hit that like button. It really motivates us to keep creating quality content. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any new episodes. Your subscription shows us that we're moving in the right direction. Definitely drop a comment below with your thoughts. What did you enjoy most? What topics would you like to see in upcoming videos? Your feedback is incredibly important to us. Every like, every subscription, every comment is a signal that we're creating content that's truly valuable and engaging. It's your activity that inspires us to make even more high-quality videos. See you in the next episode.